So you're taking a pretty hard, straight line with regard to terrorism, with regard to the rights of accused terrorists, and you're coming from a former longtime prosecutor's perspective. You think you're on firm ground with that?
I think I'm on very firm ground with that, particularly when I talk to people, not only in the 10th, but across the state. They know, we've all experienced in some way or another 9/11. We see what's happening. These people are these terrorists take Americans and execute them on videotape, and then they want it on television. These aren't people, they're animals.
When you announced that you were a candidate, not much time passed before the Republican Party in Washington said that you were pretty much their candidate. Did that surprise you? And what kind of relationship do you have with, for example, the National Republican Campaign Committee? Is that what it is?
Yeah, the NRCC.
Yeah. They write you a big check yet?
Yeah, no checks, believe me. But I want to be perfectly honest with you. They never told me that I was their guy, and I never want to be considered as their guy. I'm an outsider. I'm not a Washington guy. I'm a prosecutor, and I worked in a factory. And so if someone thinks I have the edge, I'm running this campaign like my father, God rest his soul, said to me, you run like you're 10 points behind up until the day after the election. I'm not taking anything for granted. There are good candidates in the primary. Mr. Carney is going to be, if I should be fortunate enough to make it through the primary, he's going to be an adversary. He's going to be an individual that I cannot and will not take lightly, but I'll give it everything I have. And no way I want to be known as this selected guy, because you know something? If they want to hand me a check to help in the campaign, which isn't going to happen, that's one thing, but nah, I'm not the anointed one.
Actually, I didn't mean it the way that sounded after it came out. That's not the way I meant it. What I meant was they indicated that you were the strongest candidate to become the Republican nominee. That's the way I meant that.
Okay.
As far as Carney, and then we're going to have to take a break, do you think he's more Democrat than Republican?
Sure. Yes, I do.
Why?
One of the reasons is voting for the health care and not standing up and saying this is why. Hiding behind this presidential so-called executive order. He's voted with Pelosi over 91% of the time. Now, whatever this blue dog Democrat is, I'm not sure what that is yet, but no one's going to convince me at this point that he is not a liberal individual. When you vote with Nancy Pelosi, who has a rating now of 9% in this country, of a favorable rating of only 9%, when you vote with her 91% of the time, he put her in position. And I'm sure if he were elected, he's going to vote for her and put her into that position again. He's turned his back on the people of the 10th Congressional District by voting the way he did, and he's not, in my opinion, he's not pro-life. Any true pro-lifer would not vote for this health care bill, given the provision that federal funds can be used.
I think we're, 6 weeks away from the primary? What's your schedule? What are you looking to do? Are you going to ratchet it up? And how do you think you're going to fare?
We're going to continue what we're doing. We're out 7 days a week, 14, 16 hours a day. We're going to meet 4 or 5 people right after this. And it's looking people in the eyeballs, convincing them that, look, what you see is what you get. And if you like that, then please vote for me. And if there's something that you want to ask me, anything, you ask me, and I'll tell you. Don't go on innuendos. Don't go on rumors. Don't go on assumptions. If you have a particular issue concerning me, you ask me, and I'll tell you the truth.
Sounds good to me. In that 6 weeks, I'll look forward to talking with you again, and maybe we can ask some of the questions where you and I do disagree.
That's fine.
I'll look forward to it.
It's been a pleasure.
Tom Marino, congressional candidate as a Republican for the nomination in the 10th Congressional District. He wants Chris Carney's seat. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Stick around.